Hey everybody, Batmerk here today. Today I'm going to be reviewing Six Gun Gorilla, Long Days of Vengeance, and The Big Gun Down. But first, if you guys want, check out Butch Cleaver. It's my book. It's about a brutal butcher who gets killed and he's brought back to life by a voodoo curse. And that curse gives him the power to weaponize bone on a molecular level. So he tries to use that power for revenge, reckoning, and maybe redemption. You know, he can make different types of bone weaponry and whatnot. And yeah, if you guys back this book right now, you're going to get 2 trading cards, a sticker, the original print run of Butch Cleaver from my indie days, and also you're going to get a MP3 track of Roll the Bones. So yeah, come on over, check it out. I'll have a link in the description. If you're in the slasher movies, spaghetti westerns, Tarantino, Rob Rodriguez, Sam Raimi movies, you're probably gonna like it. So let me get back to this. I backed this book right here. Just right off the bat, it came in a nice Gemini mailer. I came with this awesome sticker by 6 AM Comics. He's also doing my sticker as well. Yeah, a nice Gemini mailer. This collects, I believe, the first few issues of the story, and then this one right here is the the current one where it ends up. But yeah, let's get into it. This is a cover right here by Kanan White. It's awesome. I love the way he set it up. It has like the main characters in here, and I really loved what Brian did with the story. It's just really awesome. There's like I think that's the cover from the first book, from the indie release. I really like the way that the story builds. You know, it actually shows the gorilla in Africa, and it shows where he came from and how the story really builds. And the editing in this book is top notch. There's like no fat at all in here. It just keeps going and going. The gorilla is matched up with this young girl that her father basically wins him in a card game, and there's gonna be some spoilers in here. I'm not gonna get too crazy with them though. And they become brother and sister. And the way that the exposition is delivered in the story, it's organic and it's throughout, and it's very, very interesting the way the writer Brian Kreisgau put it together. He doesn't do the info dump. It just slowly creeps into the story, and it's very interesting on how he did that. There's a nice little shot right there too. And yeah, he's a sideshow attraction, and that's him right there in the circus. I really loved it. I like the color palette that they went with. It looks like everything's dusty in here the whole time, and I like the way that basically they show how he gets his guns. And I didn't really think about it. I'm thinking about a 6-gun gorilla, but he actually has guns that are pretty big to fit inside the gorilla's hand. So think of something like the Samaritan from Guillermo del Toro's Hellboy. The big guns. And it's awesome, man. So when you're watching the trailer, I believe he's saying something about really big guns blowing really big holes and really bad people. So I'm like, oh damn, he he really is blowing really big holes in really bad people in here. So I really like that. I like the way he set up the characters in here. The action is top notch. Again, the way that the story just progresses, and it's a real tearjerker. I hardly ever come across these books like this, and no, this one it really got in there, man, and it pulled at the heartstrings. There's some very melancholic moments in here that get you thinking about the story, and you're not going to know what happens next. I didn't really I don't know. I didn't really expect some of the things that happened in here. They just basically happened, and it was very unpredictable, and I like that a lot. Here's a cool little spot right there. This story and it has all the things that a classic Western could have, and I love seeing Western comics. There's not too many of them that are out, and this isn't what you think it is. The story, but it also has some of the classic like Western tropes in there. And there's a cool character in here. He's an actual Italian gunslinger, and he's one of the main. I would say he's one of the main supporting characters in here. There's even a really cool fight right here in a saloon where you see the gorilla. He really gets down, and he's willing to use his bare hands to get in there and get his fingernails dirty, and I like that a lot. He's got a lot of character, and it's funny too because he's actually a Catholic guy. Catholic primate, which I thought was awesome too. So that's some of this book. I don't want to spoil too much, but I would say that it's very unpredictable. And this is the next chapter in there. It just completely continues into this book. From my understanding, the creator Brian, he said that he's going to have on the next campaign all the books are going to be original comic book style format, not like the graphic novel format. So you could buy each chapter in like a 20-page issue or something like that. I don't know the technicalities of how he's going to do it, but it's going to be single issue format from my understanding. But the last chapter in the book, it's just a straight up like action set piece. I loved it. I ain't gonna lie, it's my favorite part of the book. I like seeing all the action and the way he does it in a Western format. And sometimes it's hard to write action and to create a bunch of different spectacle in Westerns. I mean, people might think it's easy, but it's not. You're dealing with low tech, and you have to come up with ideas to make it interesting. And you're not doing something that's been done like Cowboys versus Aliens or Wild Wild West or Pecos Bill, or there's different genres of Westerns, or Westworld. There's different stuff where you have to try to come up with some new creative ways to make spectacle in a Western format, and he does an excellent job of doing that in this finale. It's like a finale piece, but it leaves room for the sequel, so it keeps you going. This is one of my favorite parts right here. He jumps a fence and just whoosh, squishes a guy. I had to show this. I was reading the book and I was just laughing out loud. My wife and kids were just looking at me like, "What's wrong with this guy?" I just thought it was hilarious, And his little party, he's like, "Dos mio, it's a wonder we haven't roused the entire camp with that noise. But then I don't suppose your kind were built for stealth." So you're just sitting there, and he communicates via sign language too. So in the story, he's communicating a lot with his sister, and he starts to pick up on his sign language a lot, and there's a really cool dynamic. And what I liked about it a lot is he didn't speak at all, and I'm anxious to see when he does speak, and I welcome it. I think it'd be cool as a fan of this, because now I'm a big fan of this character that Brian's created, and it was cool that he didn't have to speak. And yeah, here's another cool piece right here that I like, where it shows him in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. And yeah, there's some cool stuff after that. I don't want to spoil too much. I might have already, but not really. So I'll leave enough for you guys to go and check it out. I'll leave a link in the description of the campaign. It just closed right now. Sorry, Brian. I wanted to get this review going, but I couldn't. But you guys, he's going to be putting out the next chapter of the Six Gun Gorilla. I believe it's a Cemetery Without Crosses, and that should be coming out in the coming months. And you guys can sign up to that, and all these books will probably be available in there for you. I'm like pretty sure they are. But yeah, I definitely give both of these, or this whole story right here of the Six Gun Gorilla, 2 horns way the fuck up. So go ahead and check it out. And I was at the beer store today, and I came upon this Smog City Amarillo Gorilla India Pale Ale. So I guess it's juicy, tropical. It's a hop bomb. And yeah, man, it's got the gorilla thing going. And I guess it's brewed in Torrance, California, so it's kind of local for me. So 7.4%, it's 1 pint. We'll go ahead and check it out. Let you guys look at this awesome art by Kanan. Yeah, I've been waiting to read this book for a while. I got it, and I just, oh man, I loved it. So check that out again. Smells pretty good. Smells kind of tropical. Yeah, that tastes good. I actually like it. Yeah, I seen it at the store there before, and wow, yeah, I really like that. So go ahead and check out the Smog City Brewery's Amarillo Gorilla India Pale Ale, and I do give that 2 horns up as well. And as always, folks, thanks for watching. And if you want, this is what the campaign used to look like. It's closed. You guys can go check it out. I'll put a link in there too, so you guys can kind of go and see what it's all about. You can see a little bit more of the art. Like I said, as always, folks, if you like metal, you like movies, you like brewskis, you like comics, Stop on by, ring that bell, smash that like button, subscribe to Metal, Movies, and Brewskis. You folks have a great day. Be bold and be brave.